Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video. So today we're going to be talking about keys to a healthy relationship. Yes, keys to a healthy relationship. That is the issue we have today. So yeah, I'll be giving some notes on how to have a healthy relationship. So don't go anywhere. Yeah, so welcome back. I'm sure you loved my lovely intro. Yeah, so basically what is a relationship? I'm not going to talk about what a relationship is. You all know, some of you watching this are in a relationship. So anyway, yeah, there are so many things and so many problems, and so many things that people misunderstand when it comes to relationships. Some of the things you need to understand is that you're meeting someone totally different, someone from somewhere, some other part of the world, totally different, brought up in a different way than you. So there are a lot of things you need to put into consideration when wanting to have something to do with this person, either if it's friendship or whatever it is. So we start with number one. Yes, taking interest. Now when you tend to fall in love with someone or you like someone, you have to take it into consideration that you're meeting someone totally different from you. Now you need to understand that in some cases, if you do like movies and the person you have a relationship with is not into movies, or the type of movies he's into is different from what you're into, at least you need to make the effort to take interest in what he or she is into. That way, you know he or she feels like, okay, yeah, this person is really interested in what I like to do, and that helps build that bond and chemistry that goes on between the two of you. So yes, taking interest is really a big thing in a relationship. No matter what it is, you need to be wanting to take part. Even if it's not something you like, but I mean, the fact that you show a little interest in it, makes everything better. Everyone is happy. Another thing we need to talk about is acceptance and respect. Now, I will still repeat this because again, you need to understand that you're meeting someone totally different from you. Like, you were born, you were brought up by your father and your mother. This person was brought up by his own parents. You do not know each other from, you're just meeting the person for the first time. So yes, you need to accept and respect that person for who he or she is. Now, in this case, I don't mean if the person is bad. Like, I will get to that in a minute, but I mean in the sense that he or she might have a different understanding to what life is. Okay, he or she might believe that, okay, if this is how this is supposed to work, and you believe that this is how this is supposed to work. Now those are two people with two different views. Now you need to understand that in that situation you need to accept and respect that, okay, this is what and this is what you understand it to be. Now if it's a situation where you both have to talk about it, or discuss, or if it's something that you have to try and understand, that is very good. That is you accepting the person for who he or she is, and you're trying to respect that by also trying to understand what he or she sees, or what pathway he or she came up with. So yes, you need to accept and respect the person for who he or she is, and see what you can do and how you can live with that person. Now, there's really no manage in a relationship. I will come to that in my next video, where I will talk about some of the little issues we get to see every day on Twitter, like women proposing. That'll be later for now. So that's the second point. Now the third point is positive regard. Now, uh no one is perfect. We all know that. Like, there's nobody that is perfect. Now, you meet someone and the person has, you know, one or two flaws, and you see, at this point in time, this is what really happens in most relationships, is that when you get to see the negative side of someone, you tend to, you know, The negative side becomes your thoughts. You forget the positive sides of the person. Now, when that happens, you don't tend to see any sort of good in the person because all you're looking at is his negative side, and that is very wrong because you need to understand that no one is perfect. Now, if that person is also looking at your negative side, then there's no point in both of you being together. Like, you know, break up or something. So, but um, really, you need to find the positive and make sure the positive counters the negative. When the negative counters the positive, there's a big problem. Like plane crashes, things go bad. So you need to, have that positive regard. Don't let the negative things or the flaws of the person be what determines your relationship. Now, depending on what it is, I will come to that later. But let's take for instance, I'm a guy, you're a girl. Whoever is watching this, you have to be a girl. If you're a guy watching this, I mean, this example is not for you. So, um, I might not be able to, you know, or let's say I tend to maybe forget certain things. Okay, now this is just an example. Okay, now I tend to forget certain things. Okay, now you as my lady, you need to understand that okay, yes, this is something, this is a problem he has. Now, am I in this relationship with him because of what? That's a question you need to ask yourself. So now, if it becomes that you look at the fact that I forget things, and that becomes the then there's a big problem. Rather, instead of doing that, why don't you find a way to help that person? That way, both of you are working together. So yes, be more positive to the negative. Don't be negative to negative. Like, hello guys, magnetic, positive, negative, negative, negative. Yeah, do you see that? I just know how to. So yeah, another thing you need to think about in a relationship, or another point is that meeting basic needs. Now, you need to try your best to meet each other's needs, both emotionally, both physically, whatever it is. But you need to make put in that efforts to meeting your basic needs. Now, no matter what it is, your girlfriend might need something, your boyfriend might need something. You need to be able to try and meet the little basic needs that you can easily do. Now, it's a different thing where the relationship phase you guys are in is maybe still in the basic stage where you're still learning and trying to know. That's a different thing, but try as much as possible to meet the basic. Don't be like the dormant chicken that just be like mm, I don't care. So you have to try and meet the basic needs. That helps interaction. That helps the growth, the chemistry, the bond. So yes, then also you need to have positive interactions. Again, positive. You see how I'm saying positive? Like it needs to be positive. Positive interactions need to be more than the negative interactions. What are the negative interactions? The negative interactions are your fights, your arguments, those are the negative interactions. You need to have more positive interactions, sorry. So your positive interactions, things that will both make you happy, things that you both smile, things that bring joy, harmony, birds, everything pink, yeah, whatever. So yes, positive interactions need to counter the negative interactions. If the negative interactions are more than the positive interactions, do you see how I just kept a dead silence? It means there's problem. So yes, positive interactions need to be able to counter the negative interactions. Did I say reactions? Oh yeah, whatever. So yes, that's another point you need to put into consideration. Then also solve your problems, guys. Solve your problems. Like you can't have a problem today and you sweep it under the carpet. Like even if you did sweep things under your carpet, like literally, a day will come the carpet can't take it anymore and they will just be coming out. So I mean, solve the problem as it is fresh. Don't wait too long as it piles up, and then I mean you just keep piling it, and the day is going to break down. It's bad. So solve your problems, guys. Attack it each issue as it happens, whatever it is. Even if now there's certain times that the two parties might be very angry, and the communication at that point is not going to be very much possible, if you guys understand what I mean, in the sense where you know that okay, if we even try to communicate now, we're just going to be shouting on each other and all that. uh in such situations, I would advise you take a time out. I don't mean take a time out in the relationship, I mean like whatever that might have caused the problem at that point, leave that phase, leave that situation, move away from there, settle down, calm down. Because when you try to solve a problem angry, now there's a probability that it's not going to end well, because both of you are going to end up saying things that you will sometime regret saying, and you go back to apologizing. I didn't mean to say this, but yes, I didn't mean to say this, but you have already said it, and you can't take it back. The tongue is the worst part of the body. So yes, so solve the problem as it is fresh. Don't try to keep it piling up. That's bad. Then lastly, reciprocate. I'm sure that's the pronunciation, but yes, reciprocate. Yes. So basically, what that means is a relationship is between two people, three people, whatever it is. But in this situation, I believe I'm addressing more of the relationship between two people. Now, a relationship between two people, it's not supposed to be a one party relationship. Now, these two parties have to work together for this relationship to work. Wow, that's rhymes. Kendrick Lamar should come get me. So yes, they need to work together. Now, in the sense, you need to both make efforts to make your relationship work. One person cannot keep doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, doing this, and then the other person doesn't even make an effort. Now, in situations like that, it just shows the sign that the other person is most likely not interested. Now, but there are certain situations that it turns out to be that maybe the other person's orientation of a relationship is a bit different on how to react in such situations. But guys, I have to tell you the truth. You have to make an effort in your relationship. A relationship is not a one-sided thing. How do you make effort? It's not every fucking time. Fuck, I just caused again. It is not every time that a guy should pay. Now, I'm not trying to, side guys or anything. No, ladies, if you feel like you need to pay, pay. This is you making an effort. I don't think there's any rule that would say a guy must pay for the lady whenever he. No, this is all because of our society and how we've grown up into it. Now you need to understand that a relationship is between you and this guy. You both said I love you to each other. Now there's no harm in making an effort to do something. Buy him a gift. He doesn't have to always do it every time. Buy him a gift. Men do the same. So let it be, you know, let it be going like this, not like this. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So that's it. You that I think that's even one of the one of the main points. And lastly, there's one other thing which is going to take an entire video, which I'll be talking of, is communication. So I will talk about that also in my next video. Communication in a relationship, and then some other points. But I just give you 7 keys to a healthy relationship. So if you have a problem in your relationship, or you're going through certain things, I want you to take your time and look at some of these things. And then also, let me come back to the positive regard. I want to say that you guys should try out certain tests, okay? In secret, I want you to take a piece of paper, and then on one side write out the positive things of your partner, and on the other side write out the negative things. Now, you need to look at this and say, why am I letting the negative things counter the positive things. I don't believe there's anyone who is going to have like negative things of up to 20 and then just two positive things. I mean, if that's the case, then I don't know what to do, but well, oof, I, I, I I mostly believe that the positive will be more than the negative. Now, when that happens, I need you to always look at the positive. Stop looking at the negative things. Men, women, boys, girls, stop looking at negative things. So yeah, once more, 7 keys to a healthy relationship. Stay tuned for my next video. I'll be talking on more keys to a healthy relationship, and I'll be talking of some of the common problems and how to go ahead to solve them. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate. Give it a thumbs up, and then leave a comment below if you have a question. You can leave it below. If you want to mail me directly, my email is maybe going to be on the screen here, or you see my email somewhere in the description. So keep up to date, guys. I love you.
Listen.